There was a time in America when the greatest basketball players of the day didn't do endorsement deals and didn't travel by a charter jet. Instead, they barnstormed the country in a bus, played 7 days a week and twice on Sunday. Before there was a Big O or Dr. J, Magic Johnson or Air Jordan, there was Tarzan Cooper, Pop Gates, Fat Jenkins, and John Boy Wonder Isaacs. Who were they? They were the New York Rens, the first world champions of basketball in 1939. Even before Jackie Robinson, the Wrens were breaking racial barriers. They traveled throughout the Midwest and South, playing all-white teams in the time of Jim Crow and the Great Depression, making history every step of the way. Mostly forgotten through the passage of time, the New York Rens are still alive today in the body and mind and words of John Isaacs.
The Rens were organized in 1922. I would go to the Renaissance Casino and I'd go upstairs. Bob Douglas was the first owner that I knew in any sport that held players to contracts. Everybody signed the contract. I started off with the exorbitant sum of $150 per month. When you had bread lines and you had banks failing, that gave you something to think about. So we opened up in New York City at the Renaissance Casino. People got there early because the dancers wanted to dance. We can't have no basketball. We could do it. And upstairs in the boxes, everybody had their little BYOBB, bring your own brown bag. And then sometimes you'd have people entertaining during the halftime, and people would throw money out the boxes. Plus you had a full-size band. Once they got the new bus, and he had made contacts to book games out west, the Senate Avenue Y in Indianapolis was your home base, and your first spot you had to meet was maybe 75 miles. You did that 75, and you had to do it back if you wanted to sleep, because you weren't going to be allowed to sleep nowhere in the area. So if it was 250 miles, prepare to sleep 250 miles coming back. Basically, this is what we did every day. And then you look at the bus driver and you say, I don't know how the man does it. Racism, we always had a lot of problems with that. This was my first time being below the cotton curtain. They weren't concerned about your playing as much as they were concerned about the pigmentation of your skin, which was sort of mundane and ridiculous. But they would come and see you play. Sooner or later, the Celtics was a learning process when you played them. They took you to school. They played basketball from here, not off the floor. They played from here, and the things that they did to you, if you weren't smart enough to latch on to it, the Celtics, they'll just play give and go all night. If you play with the masters, you learn or you get burned.